Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 13 motorcycles you can buy with your eyes closed. Number 13. Triumph Bonneville T120. The Triumph Bonneville T120 is the kind of motorcycle that never goes out of style. It looks like it came straight out of the 60s but rides with the refinement of a modern British machine. It's got that perfect mix of old-school charm and new-age performance, wrapped in chrome and confidence. For riders who want something timeless that turns heads without even trying, the T120 hits the mark. Under the tank sits a 1200cc parallel twin engine that feels smooth, strong, and surprisingly calm when you want it to be. It delivers around 78 horsepower and 77 pound-feet of torque, with power that builds evenly through the rev range. The throttle response is crisp, and the 6-speed gearbox feels tight and precise. It's the kind of engine that makes both weekend rides and daily commutes feel easy. And unlike older classics, this one comes with modern safety tech like ride modes, traction control, and ABS, all working quietly in the background. Comfort is another big reason people love this bike. The seat is wide and plush, the riding position upright, and the suspension tuned for real-world roads. You can ride for hours without feeling beat up. At around $14,800, the Bonneville T120 isn't cheap, but it delivers more than enough value for the price. If you want a motorcycle that you'll never regret buying, the Triumph Bonneville T120 is that rare mix of classic style, everyday comfort, and lasting satisfaction. Number 12. Royal Enfield Meteor 350. The Royal Enfield Meteor 350 is built for riders who want a relaxed cruiser without spending big. It carries that familiar Enfield DNA, retro styling, simple mechanics, and a calm ride that never feels rushed. It's not a powerhouse, but that's not the point. The Meteor is made for those who like steady rides through small towns, scenic roads, and daily commutes with minimal stress. Power comes from a 349cc single-cylinder engine that makes around 20 horsepower and 19 pound-feet of torque. It's smooth, easy to handle, and has that thumpy exhaust note that Enfield fans love. The 5-speed gearbox shifts cleanly, and the bike cruises comfortably around 70 miles per hour without strain. The ergonomics are another strong point. The seat height is low, the handlebars are well placed, and the foot pegs are forward enough to give you that relaxed cruiser feel. The suspension handles rough pavement without shaking your bones, and the overall balance makes it one of the most beginner-friendly bikes in its class. At around $4,800, the Meteor 350 offers a mix of charm, comfort, and reliability that few bikes in this range can match. Maintenance costs stay low, fuel efficiency is great, and it's backed by a growing service network in the US if you want a motorcycle that looks classic, feels solid, and won't drain your wallet. The Meteor 350 is the kind of buy you'll feel good about for years. It's proof that simplicity and quality can still come at a fair price. Number 11. Yamaha V-Star 250. The Yamaha V-Star 250 is one of those small cruisers that quietly wins people over. It's light, easy to control, and has the kind of low seat that makes anyone feel confident the moment they sit on it. For new riders or those who just want something simple to ride around town, the V-Star 250 checks every box without trying too hard. It runs on a 249cc air-cooled V-twin engine that produces just enough punch to keep things interesting. With smooth power delivery and a 5-speed transmission, it's built for steady, relaxed riding rather than speed. The V-twin sound adds a bit of character, and the bike's weight, around 324 pounds, makes it a breeze to handle even in tight parking spots. Comfort is a strong point here. The low 27-inch seat height gives you solid footing at every stop, while the upright posture and well-padded seat make longer rides surprisingly easy. It's also one of the most reliable entry-level cruisers on the road, known for its bulletproof build and low upkeep. The carbureted engine is simple to maintain, and parts are easy to find almost anywhere. At about $5,000, the Yamaha V-Star 250 offers serious value for riders who want a real motorcycle experience without a big price tag or complicated electronics. It's one of those bikes that just works. No drama, no surprises. If your goal is to enjoy the road with zero regrets, the V-Star 250 delivers that peace of mind. Number 10. Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 has earned a loyal following for one simple reason: it does everything well. It's sporty without being extreme, practical without being boring, and affordable without cutting corners. It's one of those motorcycles that can handle city traffic, weekend rides, or twisty backroads with the same calm confidence. At its core sits a 645cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine that produces around 75 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque. It's got that classic V-twin growl with smooth delivery and enough power to keep things exciting. The throttle is predictable, the 6-speed gearbox shifts cleanly, and the fuel injection keeps it running crisp no matter the weather. It's a motor that feels alive without ever being intimidating. The SV's light trellis frame keeps it nimble, and the suspension setup handles corners better than most bikes in its price range. The riding position strikes a nice middle ground, upright enough for comfort, yet slightly forward for that sporty feel. The brakes with ABS standard give solid feedback and confidence when you really need to stop. At around $7,600, the SV650 delivers a near-perfect balance of power, comfort, and reliability. If you're after a motorcycle that gives you fun without fuss, power without drama, and quality without breaking the bank, the Suzuki SV650 is the easy choice. Number 9. Honda Shadow 750. The Honda Shadow 750 is what happens when reliability meets laid-back style. It's a cruiser built for people who want classic looks, a relaxed ride, and an engine that never quits. There's nothing flashy here, and that's what makes it appealing. The Shadow keeps things simple: comfortable seat, easy handling, and a smooth feel that fits riders of all sizes and skill levels. Power comes from a 745cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine that makes around 44 horsepower and 47 pound-feet of torque. It's tuned for low-end strength, so you get that steady pull right off idle. The 5-speed gearbox shifts smoothly, and the shaft drive setup means no messy chain to worry about. It's the kind of bike you can hop on after months in the garage, hit the starter, and it just runs like new. The comfort is solid too. A low seat height, forward foot controls, and wide handlebars give you that true cruiser stance. The suspension soaks up bumps without complaint, and the bike's low center of gravity makes slow-speed maneuvers easy. On the highway, it hums along quietly at 70 miles per hour, leaving you with plenty of comfort and control. At around $8,000, the Honda Shadow 750 feels like a bargain for what it offers. It's durable, cheap to maintain, and built with Honda's typical attention to long-term dependability. If you want a motorcycle that looks classic, feels smooth, and never gives you a reason to doubt it, the Shadow 750 is the one. Number 8. Kawasaki Z900RS. The Kawasaki Z900RS is a modern classic that hits the sweet spot between nostalgia and performance. It carries the styling of the old Z1 from the 70s, but adds every bit of tech and refinement riders expect today. The round headlight, teardrop tank, and clean lines make it look vintage, but the moment you twist the throttle, it's clear this is no retro poser. Underneath that timeless design sits a 94.8cc inline-4 engine pushing out around 111 horsepower and 72 pound-feet of torque. It's smooth, eager, and delivers power in a way that never feels harsh. The throttle response is crisp, and the engine sound has a deep growl that turns every ride into something special. The Z900RS also nails comfort and control. The upright seating position gives a relaxed riding stance, while the suspension, adjustable at both ends, handles rough pavement and fast corners with ease. Brakes are strong, featuring dual front discs with ABS for solid stopping power. It's equally happy cruising down a boulevard or carving through a mountain pass. At about $12,000, it's not the cheapest option in its class, but it feels worth every dollar. The fit and finish are top-notch, the paintwork looks premium, and the overall build quality shows Kawasaki's attention to detail. If you want a motorcycle that blends retro looks with real performance, the Kawasaki Z900RS is one of the best picks out there. Number 7. Yamaha XSR700. The Yamaha XSR700 is one of those bikes that perfectly bridges the gap between old-school style and modern performance. It's got the charm of a vintage roadster with the heart of a true performer underneath. The mix of round lights, brushed aluminum accents, and simple lines give it that timeless look, while the engineering underneath makes it a joy to ride every single day. Powering the XSR is a 689cc parallel twin engine that makes around 74 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque. It's the same proven motor that Yamaha has refined over the years, known for its punchy mid-range and smooth throttle response. The cross-plane design gives it a unique exhaust note that feels both sporty and satisfying. With a 6-speed gearbox and light clutch action, the XSR700 feels perfectly balanced whether you're in city traffic or tearing through twisty roads. The handling is where this bike shines. It's light, agile, and confidence-inspiring, with a chassis tuned to feel planted but still playful. The upright seating position and neutral ergonomics make it comfortable for long rides, while the suspension setup keeps things steady even on uneven roads. At around $9,000, the XSR700 offers a mix of performance and personality that's hard to beat. If you want a motorcycle that feels alive without asking for much in return, the Yamaha XSR700 is it. Number 6. Honda CB500X. The Honda CB500X is one of those bikes that quietly does everything right. It's built for riders who want a comfortable, capable machine that can handle both city traffic and long highway stretches without breaking a sweat. It's not flashy, but that's part of its strength. It's a no-nonsense motorcycle that just works every single time you ride it. Power comes from a 471cc parallel twin engine making around 47 horsepower and 32 pound-feet of torque. It's smooth, steady, and forgiving, which makes it perfect for riders of all experience levels. The engine doesn't vibrate much, and the 6-speed transmission feels precise with a light clutch pull. It's efficient too, easily delivering over 60 miles per gallon, so long trips don't mean constant fuel stops. The CB500X also scores high on comfort and practicality. The upright seating position, tall windscreen, and soft suspension make it easy to ride for hours. At around $7,400, it's one of the best value midsize motorcycles you can buy in the US. It's low on maintenance, easy to ride, and built with Honda's usual long-term reliability in mind. If you want a motorcycle that can take you anywhere, run for years, and never give you a reason to regret your choice, the Honda CB500X is that bike. Number 5. Kawasaki Vulcan S. The Kawasaki Vulcan S is a cruiser that refuses to fit into the traditional mold. It's built for riders who want comfort, performance, and customization all in one. With its modern styling, light handling, and strong parallel twin engine, the Vulcan S feels more like a sport bike wearing cruiser clothes, and that's exactly why people love it. It's powered by a 649cc liquid-cooled parallel twin that makes about 61 horsepower and 46 pound-feet of torque. The engine pulls smoothly through every gear, and the 6-speed transmission shifts clean and quick. Unlike many cruisers, it doesn't struggle at higher revs. It stays responsive and fun whether you're rolling through town or cruising on the highway. The Vulcan S also stands out for its adjustable ergonomics. Kawasaki's ErgoFit system lets you change the seat, pegs, and handlebars to match your height and reach. That means riders of almost any size can get a comfortable fit without aftermarket parts. The low 27-inch seat height makes it approachable, and the suspension does a fine job of soaking up bumps without feeling mushy. At around $7,300, the Vulcan S delivers a lot of motorcycle for the price. It's built to last, easy to handle, and simple to maintain. If you want a cruiser that's as versatile as it is dependable, the Kawasaki Vulcan S hits the mark. Number 4. Suzuki TU250X. The Suzuki TU250X is the kind of motorcycle that reminds you why you fell in love with riding in the first place. It's light, easy, and refreshingly simple. No complicated menus or riding modes, just a classic single-cylinder bike built to ride, not to impress. Under its classic design sits a 249cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine that makes about 16 horsepower and 12 pound-feet of torque. That might not sound like much, but it's more than enough for city riding and casual weekend trips. The fuel injection keeps it smooth and reliable even in cold starts. Paired with a 5-speed gearbox, the TU250X delivers a calm, steady performance that's ideal for riders learning the ropes or those who just want something light and fun. The bike's handling is its real charm. At just over 325 pounds, it feels effortless in traffic or tight corners. The upright seating position and low 30-inch seat height make it comfortable and confidence-inspiring, while the suspension keeps things stable over bumps. At around $4,700, the TU250X offers incredible value. It's not a powerhouse, but it's reliable, efficient, and stylish in that timeless cafe-inspired way. If you're after a simple, trustworthy motorcycle that you can ride daily without stress or regret, the Suzuki TU250X is the one. Number 3. Royal Enfield Classic 350. The Royal Enfield Classic 350 is a motorcycle that wears its heritage proudly. With retro styling, chrome accents, and a comfortable upright seating position, it immediately feels like a ride from a different era, but with modern reliability. It's a bike for riders who value character and simplicity over flashy gadgets. It runs on a 346cc single-cylinder engine producing around 20 horsepower and 19 pound-feet of torque. The engine is smooth, easy to manage, and has that unmistakable Enfield thump that makes every ride feel purposeful. The 5-speed gearbox is forgiving, and fuel injection keeps the bike running clean and steady. It's not about speed, it's about enjoying the ride and the road under you. The Classic 350 is also very approachable. The low seat height and neutral ergonomics make it easy to control, and the suspension softens most bumps comfortably. Whether riding around town or cruising short highway stretches, it handles predictably and reliably. Maintenance is straightforward, with parts and service widely available across the U.S., keeping ownership simple and affordable. At around $5,200, it's one of the most accessible motorcycles with real character. Fuel efficiency is strong, and the bike's simplicity means fewer things can go wrong. If you want a motorcycle that feels classic, runs reliably, and gives every ride meaning, the Royal Enfield Classic 350 is a choice you won't regret. Number 2. Yamaha MT-07. The Yamaha MT-07 is a motorcycle that proves you don't need a massive engine to have a ton of fun. It's lightweight, aggressive-looking, and built around one core idea: make every ride exciting. The styling is modern and muscular, with sharp lines, a compact tail, and an upright riding position that feels natural for nearly any rider. Underneath sits a 689cc parallel twin engine producing about 74 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque. It's smooth at low speeds, lively in the mid-range, and has just enough bark to make every acceleration satisfying. The 6-speed gearbox is precise, and the MT-07's light chassis makes it agile, easy to flick through traffic, and stable in corners. It's a bike that feels alive without being intimidating. Comfort is surprisingly good for a naked bike. The upright seat, wide handlebars, and minimal weight make it easy to ride for hours. The suspension is tuned to balance responsiveness and comfort, and the braking system with ABS gives confidence when you push harder than usual. Maintenance is straightforward, and Yamaha's reputation for reliability means it will run strong for years. At around $8,200, the MT-07 offers a mix of performance, versatility, and thrill that's hard to match. If you want a motorcycle that's fun, dependable, and full of personality, the Yamaha MT-07 is a no-brainer. Number 1. Honda Rebel 500. The Honda Rebel 500 is a cruiser built for simplicity, comfort, and everyday usability. It's low, lean, and approachable, making it ideal for new riders or anyone who prefers a relaxed, manageable ride. Its clean design, minimal bodywork, and subtle modern touches give it a timeless look without trying too hard. Power comes from a 471cc parallel twin engine producing around 47 horsepower and 32 pound-feet of torque. The engine is smooth, predictable, and responsive, delivering enough punch for city streets and highway cruising without ever feeling intimidating. The Rebel 500 excels in comfort and ergonomics. The low 27.2-inch seat height gives most riders solid footing, and the upright handlebars plus mid-mounted foot pegs create a relaxed posture for longer rides. The suspension is soft but capable, absorbing bumps while keeping the bike stable, and the brakes with ABS add confidence under any conditions. At around $6,200, the Rebel 500 is an affordable, reliable choice. Fuel efficiency is excellent, maintenance is simple, and Honda's legendary durability means it will stay dependable for years to come. If you want a motorcycle that's easy to ride, comfortable, and built to last, the Honda Rebel 500 is the one. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.